Hello and welcome everybody to Nickel City X-Wing. I am Greg. This is going to be a fun matchup. We've got a banger to start us off. It's Dudeseph versus Carlos. Scum and Villainy versus the Resistance. As you can see, they're in setup right now. I'm going to open up betting, and while we open up betting, let's go down the list. Sponsored by Diet Snapple, now in a plastic bottle. Starting with Tom and Scum, it's Fen Rao with Fearless. Joy Rekoff, who've seen a little more lately, been playing a little bit more, people experimenting with Joy. What a time to be alive. With Fearless and Ion Torpedoes. And then we've got count them two, Crymora Goons with Ion Cannon Turrets and False Transponder Codes. Yeah, I do have theme music. It's definitely not stock music from Storyblocks.com. Definitely not. And for the Resistance, hopefully Navi's here because we've got an A-Wing with Merle Cobbin, Intimidation, and Automated Target Priority. Then we've got Vi Marati with Automated Target Priority and the Informant. Got Rose, Tycho, I don't know how you say it, with Heroic, Automated Target Priority, and C3PO. Nimi Shireen, which is one of my favorite X-Wings. I love this X-Wing. It's great. Just with S-Foils. And Jess Pava, also with S-Foils. This is a really interesting Vi, who's gonna get have two information on where ships are going to be, assuming she can live. Looks like obstacles are down. We're going for placement right now. Dr. Weston, what's up, buddy? Don't throw in the towel now, Scott. Oh, speaking of, what am I doing? You guys haven't followed Hexile Gaming. Follow Hexile Gaming, please. Premier X-Wing streamer. Gets me through my days and my nights, but that's a different story. Rose Tycho. Tycho. I love Tycho. I know Tycho was in first edition, right? But they didn't have him make the jump to second. I love in the X-Wing books, he was one of my favorite characters. I thought he was awesome. Should be an exciting match. I am looking forward to it. We do have, and speaking of Scott again, we do have a Kyber Cup match coming up in Game 2. He gets out of your dreams and is into your car if you're streaming on your phone. Good. Good. There's actually Johnny. You stream too, so here. Shout out Johnny here. Feel free to toss Johnny a follow. But with the Epic Cam app, you can actually like stream like as a webcam pretty much anywhere. It's pretty nice. I haven't figured out a way how to do it. Informant is being assigned to Joy. And compromising intel is going to go on to Fen. So most of the time, he should know where Fen and Joy are going. Haiku Selchi. All right, but it is interesting watching like Eve. Or I don't know, is it called Eve or is it called EVE? A game I have not played personally, but I've heard so much about, and I've watched like 45-minute long videos on like some of the epic wars that have been fought there. It's like dials are being set. Yeah, Johnny's got power again. We're all rooting for him to rejoin society. I've got the power. Looks like we're ready to go here. And looks like timer's gonna start now. We are underway. There's a 1 bank from Vi. And a 2 straight from Merle. Wagner, what's up? Rocking the Sabres jersey tonight. Season opener. Lagoons, 3 straights with focuses. Of course, these Chimera Goons, the impetus for the creation of Oleg Jade. Rose, 1 forward. Resistance, much like Rebels, not really going that barrel roll. That's a red barrel roll on the pod. That's going to be stressful. And Pava, the 2 forward. And we're going to go back to dials early. I have not imported the Oleg Jade card into TTS, and that is my fault. It's 100% my fault. Nothing I can do. I have no defense for that. Really don't. Right now, bets sit at 3 on Scum, 4 on the Resistance. You guys are putting a lot more faith in Resistance pods than I would. I do love Nemi, though. I think Nemi is one of the better pilot abilities for an X-Wing. I mean, second really only to Poe, like the original Poe. Pava's ability is good. The Resistance X-Wings have pretty great abilities. Pava's ability is good. Snap's ability is all right, I guess. I mean, his new cards can be comboed into like a pretty good ability. It's not the worst thing that's ever happened, but Nemi is just great. J. Chris Tubbs. I don't even know what J. Chris Tubbs, so let me look it up. One of them does stupid things. Like Elo and 9 both have great abilities. Let's see, what does J. Chris Tubbs do? After you fully execute a blue maneuver, you may choose a friendly ship at range 0 to 1. If you do, that ship removes 1 stress token. Yeah, that's not bad. It's pretty good. I don't know. I mean, it might be a joke, but that's like not the worst ability I've ever heard. Looks like we're starting here, and the Resistance has no desire to end up jousting this list here. So it's gonna force them, gonna do the customary circle around. You guys have seen that Pirates of the Caribbean movie where they're going around the maelstrom thing? That's what this reminds me of. Nemi, 1 forward. I also don't like it when people do actions when we know there's going to be no combat. Like, just say focus, move on. Say it, move on. Why waste the time? Rose, 2 straight, clear stress. Joy, 2 bank. See if we get a barrel roll here. Sure do. I like Fenrau. I even have a dog with that name. That's, yeah, I mean, Fen is an amazing ship. It's so hard to say anything but other than it's an amazing ship. And there's no turret or back arcs here. Well, okay, except for Merle. So for the most part, Fen, if he's getting shot, should be in range 1. Get in range 1 with fangs. So hopefully he can keep that range 1 going. Get bangers off. I mean, it's entirely in the world of possibility that Fen can one-shot a transport pod or an A-Wing here. 100% in, like, in the realm, especially with Fearless able to turn a blank. Mystic, what's up, buddy? Wagner, who you got on Saturday? Ravens or Bills? Go Pack, go. I think they win. Ben one-shot a V1 today on Hex. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, that's pretty much the same as one-shotting A-Wing, right? 2 and 2, 3 defense dice. You get a bad roll on defense, boom, you're dead. Three straight and a focus. 3 straight and a focus. Not committing to the turn-ins just yet. Let's see if Joy banks or goes straight. We'll see how fast they're going to commit. Nimi. 1 forward boost. So it looks like this kind of lane between the asteroids is the chosen cut in here. You're not bad at X-Wing. You want to see bad at X-Wing, watch me play a game. There's a reason there's no videos on YouTube of me playing a game of X-Wing. Coordinates a focus. We'll take a stress and get to calculate with 3PO. So it looks like the plan is for Rose to be a coordinate machine. And Jess Pava banks in. Some nice flying by Carlos right now. Joy, 2 banks away, boosts to the left. And Fen, just 1 harding. Trying to kind of hold Fen back, seeing if Fen can maybe get separate vector of attack, waiting for the resistance to commit here. There's one on Billy going big on Scum and Villainy. If he had Tubbs, Rose could clear that stress. You're not wrong. You're not wrong. Do the top-down view so you can get more of a tactical situation here. So I think we might end up getting the turn-ins here. Although that kind of puts them in front of the debris. So maybe Tom wants to keep it going straight a little bit and turn in towards the bottom and see if he can't cut off kind of like center bottom of that map, or center right as we see it on screen here. My Kyber match today is versus AP5 and 4 T65s. Yeah, that's tough. Just the beef of the Resistance X-Wing is it's a really great ship. It's just really great. Pulse transponder's great for that like first strike as well. Of course, my 3 cluster missile SF and Kylo. What initiative is the fucking? I don't know. And here's a bank. And a focus. Merle? That is a big 5 straight. I don't know if a bank to the left or a boost left clears. Do we perhaps get a... Man, it might be worth the focus boost attempt to the left. It definitely isn't going to clear to the right. And he's just going to focus, not going to bother stressing himself. Leaves open the idea for the 1 hard next turn. And here it goes. The K turn from the brown Y-Wing. I assume we'll say the same thing from the green. I've never been clever enough to pull off the K turn at the beginning of a game. Nimi, 4 forward. Looks like foils are still closed. Takes the boost. Ava. We'll just focus. Rose, 1 forward. Amazing. I wonder if Rose ends up coordinating a barrel roll here or Merle. Maybe even like a barrel roll right to give him a better chance of not taking a shot here. Either side wanting to commit too hard. But the coordinate ends up going in onto Jessica Pava for a boost. Joy, a 2-bank. Do we get the boost focus for a range 3 shot on a Merle? I think that probably largely depends on what Fen Rao does. Just a focus token. Fen, 2 banks. And Fen's just gonna barrel roll into safety. Not gonna bother focusing. I think he's fine there. Not gonna have shots here. You got probably one more movement phase to get your bets in. Right now it's 5 for Scum, 4 for the Resistance. Nimi is great, one-armed Billy. If the initiative of the person she's firing on is higher, she can turn a blank attack dice into a focus. So that takes your average of 2 on a 3 dice attack, right? Hit, focus, blank. If you're focused, which you should almost always do with Nimi, if you're focused, that turns it from 2 hits into 3. It's pretty great. As far as I'm concerned, it's a wonderful ability. And she's an I2. So it's not like, unless you're like facing down a swarm or something, you're going to get her ability off. Got about 63 minutes left in this match. Still waiting on the first engagement. Both players it's kind of deciding what vectors they want to fire in on here. Be interested to see if Carlos remembers Merle triggers. The challenge here is to get Merle in close without him taking too much damage in this first engagement. Merle the one hard. We all thought that was coming. He probably just wants to stay there. Bye. 1 straight. Focus. Leaving that bank open for Rose. The Carmora Goons now. 1 bank from Brown. Clear stress and we'll focus. Green Y-Wing, 1 bank and a focus. Keep in mind these Y-Wings have false transponder codes, so any locks, Nimi will open foils. Take a focus. I don't know if we're going to get many shots this round. We'll see. I think Tom's usually more careful with Fen Rao than to just send Fen. So it looks like a coordinate here from Rose. And we'll coordinate that evade to Merle. Merle, of course, everyone's 85-year-old grandfather. And Jessica Pava will open foils and 3 hard in. Again, this is some real nice flying from Carlos. Just the fact that he hasn't bumped once, and it's not like exactly formation flying. But he's fit this in pretty well. And he's using the obstacles to a good advantage here, too. Joy 3 harding in, and we're definitely getting shots at this point. Don't know if a barrel roll right will fit. A boost. I don't think a boost helps much. A boost right might eliminate a shot, an obstructed shot from Merle, but I'm not sure that's a shot you're worried about. So I wonder if this means that Fen is also going to turn in here. Still thinking an action over with Joy. It's going to be a left back barrel roll. And of course, linking that into a focus. Fangs don't care about stress at all. And finally, Fenrau, just a one hard. Currently taking 2 range 3 shots, 1 obstructed. Not sure he really wants to do much else here. I don't know if you want to really risk Fen. Fen will throw focus. With that, we're coming to shooting. So let's get the betting closed. Barrel left to set up flank. I actually would really have liked that move. But alas. So 3 on 4 onto Merle now. Here's Fenrau with the first shot. For 2, Fen not risking it. And Merle will have to spend the focus.
Again.
Again. So range 3 on Nimi here. So this is going to be a 3 versus 3 roll. Joy. 4 hit crit. Nimi. Does she spend? Nope. Tactical spend here. I'm usually not a fan of, I know Nimi's ability, but I think this is kind of your best shot right here to do a little range damage. So this is going to be 3v5 obstructed from Jessica Pava. On to Joy. Hit crit. Pava reroll. Stays hit crit though. Oh, 5 dice. And she'll spend that focus token, but that is terrible luck there. No shot for Tycho. Nimi now. So now Nimi will shoot onto Joy. And that blank, again, average roll, takes the 2 hits with a hit focus into 3. Again, such a good ability, and Joy's gonna roll 4 here and looking for some squiggles. And gets 1 squiggle. So Joy takes 2, and that's an early half points. Merle now. This is going to be 2 versus 5. Automated target priority. Sorry, you can choose everyone at range 3. So, like, if there was someone at range 2, you'd have to shoot them. But since there's multiple at range 3, you can choose. This is on Fen for 1. 4 dice. And we'll have to spend the focus. And the automated target priority will kick in, give a calculate to Merle. And I believe that's probably going to be the... Oh, no, wait. Green should have a shot. Or Moro should have a shot. So this is... hit crit coming in onto a 5 dice Merle with an evade. Just needs 1 evade. And gets what he needs. We go back to dials. You should all have a shot. Pick your poison. Yeah, that's right. And as we go back to dials, let's bring in Gerg. Gerg with a scoring update.
Score now is Dudeseph 0, Carlos 27.
Thanks, Gerg. So an early half points here for the resistance. A range 3, that's where you want to catch Fangs. Range 2 ideal, but range 3 second choice. Range 1 sucks because they just get free evades. It's such a good ship, it's ridiculous. Now, Vi isn't in range 3 of anyone, so he's not going to get any information on where the moves are coming, but expect Merle to go in there and try to get some blocks. I think it's going to follow these Y-Wings to start ionizing Merle and take him out of the equation. Keep in mind that Merle has intimidation plus his native bullseye ability. He could really put a hamper in the ability of these Fangs to defend. Nimi down to T65 status. Joy took the early half after the X-Wings did some work. Now the ion cannons of the Y-Wings come into play. The pods are going to start shooting. It's going to get a little messy. This is where the maneuvers really come in handy. Waiting for dials here. What's the over under on Tom rotating his turret? 0.5? I'll take the over. I think it's going to happen at least once. Looks like we're ready to go here. Merle. V, focus. And here's Merle coming in. And we'll take the barrel roll. One straight from green. And a focus. Round 1 straight. You'll never believe it, but a focus. Gonna kick it over to the 2s now. Nimi, 1 straight. Was Fen... Did Fen do like a 3? Ben could really go in and do some damage here. One straight. Gonna coordinate here. I think he wanted to coordinate a barrel roll, but Justice Pava's foils are open. And it's a boost for Jess. That'll give a calculate to Rose. And Pava, the one bank in. And a focus. Well, I think the coordinates on Rose makes sense, Rocker, because of her ability to reroll. That's like the same as a focus, you know? And there is the bump. Oh, and Fen goes 5 straight. Ends up with the crash in Anemi, which is probably not that bad for Fen, especially since Merle didn't rotate. I get it, but 2 dice with focus plus reroll is even better, I guess. I mean, 2 dice with a calculate versus 2 dice with a focus. I'm guessing with the rerolls, the difference in like expected hits is probably not that much. I'm gonna start us off here. Range 2 onto Rose or range 3 onto Vi. Wonder if I still have that. I do have it, so we can figure this out, Rocker. So this is gonna be range 3 on the Vi Marathi. 3 on 3 from Fen, and hits for 2. And he's gonna go ahead and take the shield onto Vi. Joy now only has range 2 on Vi. So this is going to be 3 versus 2. It says no. It says no. It's not a special attack. There's nothing about special attack here. It's yeah, while you perform an attack. So you can roll your dice and then spend 1, I believe. Yeah. And no hits there. All right, so it's going to go to Jessica Pava. Range 1 into the green Y-Wing. 4 big dice here for Pava. For 2. Gonna check range for Pava. Does have range 1 onto Vi, so that's a reroll. And the reroll is going to end up being 3 hits for Jess. And 2 shields come off the green Crimora Groon. So this is going to kick it up to Rose, who now can shoot either Joy or Fen. Gonna go for the kill onto Joy. Natties. Joy down to 1. Nimi now going to have to shoot Joy and go for the kill. Yeah, that back shot would have been real nice if he had rotated. And that's going to be hit crit on the Joy, who's going to need natties. And Joy is off the board. Now Merle does have range 2 on the green. Will take his calculate from automated target priority. This is in the green. Merle for 1. And green will take it. It's in the hull. And this is range 3. On to green. Blanks. And we'll get a calculate on automated target priority. Same will with Merle. Or not same with Merle. Merle hit. Green now. It's range 2 on Merle. Range 1 on Jess. This is going to be range 1 ion cannon shot into Jess Pava. Roll. For hit crit and spends the focus. So that's going to be an ionized Pava. Natties. I'm not playing the sound though, because he still takes a damage and gets ioned. So Pava, shield down and an ion token. Brown now. And it's going to be a range 2 ion into Merle. And that's going to be 3. See what Merle can do here on defense. Spends. Calculate. Merle takes a shield, but no ion. And it looks like we're going to go back to Dials. As we go back to Dials, let's get in Gerg for a scoring update. Gerg.
Score now is Carlos 54 for Dudeseph.
Thanks, Gerg. So, another good round for the Resistance. Gerg's a great guy. No one ever has anything negative to say about Gerg. Yeah, Joy didn't even get to use her ability one time. Couldn't find native squiggles. Plenty of focuses, but, you know, doesn't help you when you're not modified. Again.
Again.
Yellow Jacket won the... Man, Candid having a hard time. It's like we're ready. Vi gets to take a quick little peek. On to Fen. Fen is 2 bank right from Fen. Vi. The turn with the stress, and that is a dangerous position. There's a focus from Merle. Really, auto mod? Come on. And 3 bank bumps with Fenrau. Round 1 bank. Is this the moment? Do we get a rotate? And Brown will go ahead and take a focus. Nimi just takes the bump into Fen. And Rose now is gonna get the block on Fen, but Fen's still gonna get a banger. I mean, a 5 dice banger from Fen, modified or not modified, is fine. And it's gonna give Fen I don't know why. Fen's for sure gonna bump. You know he's gonna bump. Not sure why you do that, but all right, here we are. So Fen, no actions. I agree, 100% Rocker. That was the play there. Fenrau into Vimerati. This is 5 versus 2. Fen does have Fearless. And that's going to turn into 4. Jess Pava has to do her ion move. Oh, looks like it's Natty evades. So Vi is alive onto 2. No shots for Jess Pava. Rose, range 1 obstructed into the green Crimora Goon. Hit crit into the Goon. And hit crit. And that's a console fire, which you will have to roll this round. So Nimi now. It's going to take range 1. Three hits, a blank, and that is an initiative kill onto the green Y-Wing. Fortunate there. Vi is going to try for a revenge shot here on the Fen. It's going to be 3 on 4. Or hit crit. And that's going to be 3 evades. Fine. Nimi is feeling larger than life. That makes her larger than life. Down, down, down. Down, down, down. Merle on to Brown. Range 1. And focuses for hit, hit, crit. No die. So 2 shields, a crit. It's a wounded pilot. Is it in Merle's bullseye or is it? It's if you're in the defender's bullseye. Hey, Tom. Merle's ability is if he's in your bullseye, not the other way around. I could have predicted that was going to happen. So Vi takes the ion cannon shot from Brown and dies. More like die, Marathi. Am I right, everybody? Oh, God, I'm so good at this. And we go back to Dials. As we go back to Dials, let's get Gerg here for a scoring update. Gerg.
The score now is Carlos 91, Dudeseph 32.
Thanks, Gerg. Goliath, thank you so much for the follow. Appreciate you joining us. Where did you find us from? I wonder if this is going to be a large K-turn time for people. Merle looks destined for the 3 bank. My concern with that is honestly Fen just going slow with like a 1 turn. This Fen is pretty much Tom's win condition right now. It's getting bangers off with him. Pava seems destined for the K turn. Quit playing games with my heart. There's the K-turn from Lagoon. K-turn from Pava. Give me just the one. Give me camp barrel. We'll focus. And the bank from Rose bumps. Let's see what happened with Fen Rao here. And now Fen is going to take a banger from Merle here. Unless Fen can one-shot Merle, I guess it's not really a one-shot. Unless Fen can kill Merle, I think you got to take this on Merle to try and at least strip that focus from him. Which mod is that? It is called X-Wing Unified 2.0 in the workshop on Steam. So it's a game called Tabletop Simulator that you download on Steam. This is Fen on Merle for hit crit. Merle. And Merle will spend the focus. So Merle is not going to go in on Fen. Going to go range 1 onto the Cremora Goon. Wait. Reconsider. No. He goes. So no green dice. So 1 for brown. He's learning. He's learning. Now the Cremora Goon gets a shot at redemption. Range 1 Ion into Merle here. It's going to be a 4 dice banger. 4-1. No Ion. But does get the half points in on Merle. Go back to Dallas, and go back to Dallas. We do have a scoring update. Gerd.
The score now is Carlos 110, Dudeseph 50.
Thanks, Gerd. Yeah, you already used that one. I guess you could be expecting the call, Mr. Rocker Crocker. So Merle, not Ion. You can probably guess where Fen's going. Basically, you want to eliminate the bank in. And the best way to do that is just send a nice little 2 bank from Merle. Which could force Tom, knowing that 2 banks happening, to send Fen straight. That might give you a round with Fen not getting off a range 1 banger. Just a normal 3 dice attack. Earl does a turn left, so trying to, I don't know if that blocks the bank. So Merle, knowing that Tom knew he could bank and thinking Fen could maybe go straight, and he's going to actually rotate it. So he's saying, you know what, go ahead, bank. There you, Fen, bank. There's the 2 straight going for the block. That's going to be a target lock on Jess, and that is going to give Jess a jam token. Roll for wounded on Brown. Yeah, you're right. Hey, Tom. Will you please roll for wounded pilot on Brown? Good catch, Rocker. There is a focus from Rose. Jess 2 forward. And clears the jam. And Fenrir gets the bump, and that is a banger for Merle. Is Merle the MVP? Concordia is off. So Fenrir gets a shot first. Range 3 for Jessica Pava. 3 on 3. Fen, 1 hit. The Pavs. Blanks. No heroic. Pava down to 1 shield. You don't have a choice. Well, I guess you could re-roll with her ability, but I think she's saving that for offense. Jess Pava has Fenrir at range 2. This is your best shot at Fen. That's such a juicy shot. You gotta take it. But he's staying disciplined and gonna go range 1 into Brown for the extra die. And it's 1 reroll. And it's going to be hit crit into Brown. Gets 1 defense. And takes it both. The second crit is a direct. Brown is alive on 1. Now Merle has both at range 1, could kill Brown, and he's going to go on the Y-Wing. He wants the Y-Wing off the board and make it Fenrir versus the world. Natties.
No.
Simultaneous fire, though, the Y-Wing will still get to shoot. Range 1 ion cannon into Jespava. Spends the lock for 2. Pava. 1 evade. Takes the damage, but no ion, and that's critical here. Brown's coming off the board. Again. So Fenrau versus the world. Let's get a scoring update from Gerd. Gerd.
Score now, Dudeseph 50. Carlos 148.
Thanks, Gerd. Ooh, the Candid throws out the duel onto Yellow Jacket. Does Yellow Jacket Pim accept? Let me place a late bet real quick. Yeah, that seems fair. Man, Candid, that's gotta be tough. You gotta stop dueling. You're like Hamilton's in duels. Feel like we should let Ando bet on Tom if he wants. I wish I could get him. Rocker, you misspelled heist there. Merle, 2 hearts. It's a blue. We did it, fam. We started in the morning. Now we here. It's true. We made it. And we'll take another stress to rotate. Not worried about Fen this turn. Nemi, 4 hard. We all kind of saw that one coming. And there's the focus from Pava and Rose. Will K turn. And that's going to be stressful. Benra, 1 hearts. It does not bump. He's still stressed. But he will get this range 1 banger. Oh, apparently wasn't stressed. Was Fen stressed last turn? No, he cleared it. He just never cleared it. He did that to blink blue. Here we go. Fenrau, range 1 on Jespava. Looking for the kill. Just Fen doing Fen things. Fearless. And spends the focus for 4. 3 hits and a crit.
It's a trap! It's a trap!
And spends the focus. Pava takes hit crit. That crit is... That's a direct. Pava down to 1. Rose, gonna take this on the Fen. It's gonna be 2 versus 4. One reroll. Gets a hit. Then gets the evades. Probably should have rerolled 2, but I can't tell them to do their maze. 2 from Nimi. And Fen is half pointed. And now Jess Pava, range 1, 4-on-4 banger. And just a casual natty. Fen takes it. GG's. Fen Rao dies. There it is. That is an unfortunate ending. So we are going to go to break a little bit here. And we are going to be back with a Kyber Cup match. Face off as evade, but Fen was down to 2. Ben took 2 from Nimi and then took 2 from Jess on the dice roll you see on screen right now. They came from behind. All right, we will be back. We'll see. You know what? We're gonna go ahead and marble it up a little bit. We ended this one a little early. Oh yeah, we got a lot more A-Wings tonight. In fact, this is working. So I can blame Procket Blot for the lies. Yeah, you totally can.